So what I'm gonna do is I want to talk about when strange things happen. Because I was driving to the post office and I was thinking about something. I was thinking about a situation, and that sparked this video. Also, the video from yesterday, I'm going to take down. I just don't feel comfortable with having that much personal information out, even though I know my God is going to, take me to another level in my health and different things, and it's nothing but a testimony to him, what he's about to do. But I just don't feel comfortable. So I'm gonna take that video down. It's got like over 4,000 views now, but I'm still taking it down. So I'm just letting y'all know. And I'm gonna do another video called Spiritual Warfare when the time is right. I'll do another one and think about, talk about some of the stuff I talked about with the different fasts and stuff, and, what God is trying to prevent in your life with the different fasts and everything. But I want to talk about, when strange things happen. So I remember, back in like 2008, 2007 and 2008, God started dealing with me about letting my friend go. She was my friend. She was like my sister friend. Like, I loved that girl, still love her. But God was telling me to let her go. And I knew God was telling me to let her go. First of all, God made it very clear. Second of all, I didn't want to. So when it's God, because you don't want to do it. I mean, what I mean by that is, if God is telling you to do something and you don't want to do it, it's God. Like, you will know. So it was hard for me to let her go. That was my friend. Me and that girl talked 24/7. She was just my friend. I've been knowing her since like the 90s. And I mean, then we had connected back together. Actually, my first home health care job was me and her had got it together. And it was through people that she knew. And yeah, this was like in the 90s. So anyway, long story short, God told me to let her go, and man, I toiled with that because that was my friend. Well, even during that time when me and her was together, God was telling me to start that home health care business. That devil tormented me, and I was thinking, well, maybe what if her being in my life could have caused the enemy to have the open door for the torments? Because if the wrong people in your life, then that means the door of the enemy is open somewhere. I'm not saying that she's a bad person. I don't think she's a bad person, but I do know that because she was able to get everything out of me, because I would tell her everything the enemy had. So it was definitely a Delilah spirit and a monitoring spirit. I'm just saying, around her somewhere, because, she was the only person I would tell things to. And a lot of stuff I would tell to her, it would never come to pass. It would never happen. I knew God said, I'd be so happy. I write it down. And then next thing you know, I'm telling her I'm so happy and nothing ever happens. So I remember when finally I accepted the will of God and I let her go. And then maybe a couple of years later, we was talking on the phone again. Then I wound up, me and Greg had just got an expedition truck. And we lived in St. Charles, and we had went across the bridge to go to the church. Me and her, I went to get her. And so when I went to get her, I was in my lane. I was in the right turning lane, and she was, it was another car was in the left turning lane. So when I went to make that left turn, the car that was in the left turning lane, she didn't want to turn. She really wanted to go straight. And boom, she hit me. Instantly, I knew, because I had my friend in the car that God told me to cut off. Instantly, I knew why that happened. Well, yeah, she was in the wrong. The lady was. Yes, I did. I did get compensated. It wasn't much. But the point, and I didn't have no insurance, because back then I didn't, like I told you, I didn't have no money to keep insurance, which, my priorities wasn't straight anyway, but I didn't have no money to keep these insurance, which is just an excuse because you're going to keep the insurance. Well, yeah, we just didn't have it like that. And plus my priorities wasn't straight. But, so I didn't have no insurance, but that lady had insurance. But I didn't get much compensated for that situation. But the point I'm saying is strange behavior. When you start seeing strange things just keep happening, something is wrong. Especially when it's not your normal. Like I know this one girl, she used to work for me. And this girl, every time you turn around, something bad is happening to this girl in her life. This breakdown, this happened, that happened. The tornado hit the house, and this, that. I mean, oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe it. That's witchcraft. And that door is open because of the sin, the active sin that's in her life and whatever else going on in her life. But she got to surrender to God to get that spirit off of her and off of her life. And, and she got children and stuff. You know, when people actively participating in sin, you know, that can be their normal. Like, they just think, oh, something bad happened again. Oh, something bad. They don't see that this is demonic. Anyway, so with me not letting my friend, picking her back up, and literally picking her back up in my car and picking her back up in my life, it opened the door, and God allowed that to happen, boom, to hit me, to wake me up. And instantly I said, okay, let me get her. After we left the church, I couldn't wait to get her back home, and I knew I was going to leave that alone. Now, every probably 6 or 7 years, we might talk, or she might reach out to me for something, and we'll talk for a few minutes, and I know in my spirit I just don't feel right. Like, I know, but it's like we left off where we began. Like, where we began, where we left off. It's like it's no division between us. I can talk to her all day. It's the same everything. The same everything. I love her. We can go right back to, we catch each other up on everything that happened. And then I have to catch myself, because I know the Holy Spirit, this is not a relationship he wants me to pick back up. Now, I don't know all the full details, but I do know that God showed me the Delilah spirit, because Delilah was able to get everything in Samson's heart, know where his strength lied. She was able to use that information to set him up. So a lot of times the devil can be using people and they don't even know it, to set you up. Find out everything that they need to know about you. What is that? Oh, that must be a bird. Find out everything they need to know about you and what the plans of God is, so he can go and sabotage or stop you from moving forward. So you be watchful when strange things start happening. When you start having strange dreams and you just met somebody different in your life, or you having strange dreams or strange things is happening, first thing I do, I look around and see who knew. I check and see who knew in my life. Yeah, who knew in your life? Who you been talking to lately? Or you know what I'm saying? If the strange things just start happening out of nowhere, then make sure, check and see what's going on. Who knew in your life? Always do that. And then even if it ain't nobody new in your life, you got to ask God, Lord, what's going on? You got to ask God to show you, because it could be somebody old in your life. But because you seeking God and praying, now God is starting to expose who people really are in your life. So you got to guard your life, guard your life with, like the Bible said, guard your heart with all diligence. You got to guard your life and protect your life from these people. And the thing about it is, it can seem so innocent. And we can disregard the direction of God because it seems like these people are so innocent. But if God show you, then pay attention to what he's saying. Don't go around here and keep doing the same thing, keep doing it your way, and think it's going to work out a different way. No. When you start seeing yourself losing things, things happening, the stuff breaking down in a house, so, and then also it could be, like I said, the wrong connection. These days, people meet somebody and move them right in their house. Move these strangers into their home. That's terrible. Another thing I want you to be watchful about strange things when you're dreaming about the past. When you're dreaming about, your dead family members, when you're dreaming about, school buses or missing a school bus, or dreaming about your old neighborhood and all those different things, that's a spirit of delay and setback. That's what the devil trying to delay you. Why would you be dreaming about a school bus? You ain't on no school bus no more. You a grown woman. So if you're dreaming about a school bus or anything dealing with your past or when you was younger, or your old house that you grew up in, that's letting you know that there's a delay over your life, that you should be further along than what you are, but there's a delay spirit. And the delay spirit blocks your blessing. What does delay do? If they say this, if you driving down the street and you see it says a delay, what do? They take you an alternative route. Like if they got a delay going on, they fixing something, they doing something with this street, they guide you to an alternative route. And that alternative route it takes you longer to get to your destination. So with that being said, you got to go around, and that's what the devil does. It means you should be further along. It means you're missing opportunity. It means that your blessings are blocked. And it could be, listen here, that spirit of delay could be because you got the wrong person in your life. You could be in a relationship with somebody and you really care about this person, but that person is bringing a delay spirit in your life and blocking your blessings. This thing start trying to circle. You ain't miss nothing, because when I see this thing, it needs reconnecting, I just be quiet. So you ain't miss nothing I said. But before you bring anybody in your life, before you get into any relationships, as a child of God, you got to pray. You got to pray. You cannot go bringing people in your life without God's permission, because we don't know who sent these people. We don't know who sent these people. So we got to be sure. When I tell you it's real, and the enemy is doing everything he can to get us off track and to block us and to stop us, because listen, this is just coming to me. God is putting his children in position to be blessed. And you know how the Bible said? The Bible says that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. This wealth is going to be transferred to God's children. So the devil trying to get us out of position so we won't be able to receive the wealth transfer. The devil trying to make us backslide so we can miss God. The devil trying to make us lose our salvation. He's doing everything he can to try to ruin us so we will not, so we can be out of the will of God. And we will not be in position to receive anything from the Lord. And then the devil want to get you so upset with God so you can forsake God and turn your back on God and have yourself lining at the waiting to go to hell with him. So I just came on here to talk about the strange things. These strange things happening. Man, we can't even imagine who are witches and who's not. Some people literally operate as witches. They are witch, but some people you don't know they are witches. You don't know they witches unless discernment kick in. Or you start having these weird dreams. You start having these weird dreams. Check. God can be definitely revealing to you what's going on. At the same time, also giving you warning signs. So when God tells you to leave somebody alone, you got to leave them alone. If you dream about a snake under your bed or snakes in your environment, like I had a dream about a snake with this one girl before, and you know, it looked like it was she, you know, but you got to be careful, because the snake is not, you're not going to recognize the snake, not the real snake that come to destroy you. So the devil will send a pretense situation, a false snake to make you think, okay, it got to be that person. But all along, it's the person you would never expect. Because the devil ain't going to expose himself. So could it be that your blessings, God, that you should be so much further along in your life, but because you have not cut off ties with this person, that your blessings are blocked, that your life is stagnated, that your life is put on hold, that your relationship with God ain't growing like you know it should. You can't hear from God like you used to. You see what I'm saying? What's going on in your life that you know shouldn't be this way? Ask God to reveal to you what is happening. Ask God to reveal to you, Lord, who it is. Who is the devil using, God? Especially if it's somebody in your life. You know, you tell people your business because you love them, that's your friend, and then next thing you know, that friend ain't happy for you. That friend make like they happy for you, but they jealous of you. They don't want to see you prosper. They hate that every time you turn around, God show you dreams. Every time you turn around, God blessing you. Every time you turn around, God got a prophetic word through you. People get jealous of simple things. Everybody that say, oh, this my bestie, don't mean that's your bestie. Pay attention to these strange things that's happening in your life. Like I said, you know, when I was talking to the one girl, and she, when I would tell her, I told her that me and Greg was back together. When I tell you that girl went absolutely quiet. She just, and then when she started back talking, she didn't say nothing about the situation. All she said was, she started talking about something else. People will show you if they jealous of you. Watch their behavior. If every time you're on the phone with somebody and you talking, they cut you off, check that out. Number two, every time you're on the phone with them and you sharing your blessings, they just go silent. And then when they come back, they talk about something else. Check that out too. Or even when they act like they happy, when they fake about being happy for you, there's a delay in their response, and you feel weird with the response they give you. Like they ain't even no happy response. Watch all of this stuff. Watch it. And don't be no fool. Stop giving people more of the benefit of the doubt, because benefit of the doubt, you can't play with your soul, because this is spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare at its highest. And the devil used simple things to trip us up, simple things to get us off track. Okay, just say if somebody set somebody up, and then after they set them up, they feel bad about it. The devil never feel bad about it. He never feel bad about it. He ain't gonna never apologize, because he ain't sorry. So you got to look at this. You got to look at it from the spiritual point of view. Like the Bible said, for we wrestle not with flesh and blood. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You see what I'm saying? This is spiritual. We can't fight this fight in our flesh and in our carnal minds. You understand? So you can't look at this thing when God starts revealing to you who people are. You can't look at this thing from a carnal mind, a carnal eye, from flesh. You have to look at it through the spiritual realm. Because if you look at it through the carnal mind, through the natural, the person that the spirit God is showing you spiritually, that's your enemy. The Lord, you're not going to be able to agree with God. You're not going to be able to comprehend that, because there's no way it could be that person. So, don't just could you all hear me? Because I got a phone call. That was my husband, but I'll call him back, because last time when I answered the phone, my voice, when I came back, the voice didn't work. Could you all still hear me? Could you all still hear me? Okay, somebody said no. Somebody said yes. Yes, it's back. Okay. Okay, so be watchful and be prayerful about who you connect with. And when you start seeing weird things, like if just stuff start happening that wait a minute, why this happened to me? Now, I'm not saying you ain't gonna go through trials or tribulations or trouble. No, I'm saying when these strange things start happening out of nowhere, coming back to back, man, you never know who trying to launch an attack against you, who coming for you, who jealous of you. And here, this is what I was finna say before I got the call. You can say this. You can be the lowest person in your group, like you ain't got that much money, you ain't got it going on like that, but the other people can have some, more money, have business, and have it going on like that. And then they want to come and partner with you. And next thing you know, you partner with them because you feel like this got to be God, because this can help me go to the next level like them. What if it's not God? Why is they coming want to partner with you? Don't just think everything is you the one who need help. Oh, they can help me. They can help me. No, God, is this your will? Because they can help me could get you in trouble. So I was just thinking about that. How over the years we make these mistakes and we have to pay for it. And a lot of times we don't even know what it costs. We don't even know what it cost us. You don't know what kind of business and opportunities and how far along you could be in your life if you hadn't had that person in your life. You got somebody that love God, talk about God. They ain't out here sleeping around. They just, but then you don't know. That don't mean that they don't have a monitoring spirit. I don't mean that. So I'm going to go on and get off of here, and I'm going to answer this phone. But I love y'all. Have a blessed day.